what we haven't touched on is we're sponsored, of course, by the Herald Sun or the Friday Rub, and in the Herald Sun they've had the Revolution, Big Duke.
They have,
where they've had all the big stories and the big play, and of course at the end of the week it was the number one player from the last 21 years, and voted by their peers, of course.
Yep.
And it was Wayne Carey, almost twice as many as the next. I haven't got the list in front of me. But I think 9 of the...
next best was Gary Ablett.
Yeah,
Gary
9 of the 18
Sr, that
were,
is.
Yes,
Yep.
senior.
it all had Wayne Carey as the number one. Do we have any argument with that?
I wouldn't have thought so.
I wouldn't have thought so. There was one thing that really interests me, Gary and Jim and Damo, and obviously our man Chief right up there in all the voting, as you would expect.
So.
And I thought...
And Duck's number one himself.
That's right. Yeah, Wayne Carey had Chief as his best player of the AFL
Chief's
era.
nodding furiously.
He is, yes,
He's accepting that sort of
He's actually a bit dirty.
Welcoming it.
easily, isn't he?
What I noticed, I think the only person who didn't give Chief a vote in their top 5 was your teammate Dermot Brett.
No, there was more than one, Duke. You better look again. There were about half a dozen.
But that stood
there
out.
were half a dozen poor judges there.
Dermot didn't have him in the
But the
top
man
5.
who saw you up close and personal, I found that staggering.
No, it's par for the course.
They don't speak to each
But
other.
that's the great thing. Oh, that's ridiculous, Damo.
Not a lot.
Coming in.
Not a lot.
It's a subjective
like each
thing.
other.
It is a subjective thing, so everyone has opinions. We all do.
Officially, it was Carey clearly from Gary Ablett. Tony Lockett was close to Ablett in third spot, and Jason a clear-cut number 4.
Oh, I'd like to go around this panel without notice and get your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, please.
Sheepers.
Duke,
Mine
you
are in
give
there.
it some thought.
Leave me to the
Quick,
last.
give me a look at this.
Well, yeah, the Duck for me was the best player that I saw, and not because he's sitting here, but I would have had the Chief a lot higher than, or not a lot higher, I would have him behind the Duck. And then I think probably the best midfielder that I played against was Michael Voss. I would have had him right up there, maybe in third, and I haven't. This is right off the top of my head. Tony Lockett would have been up there as well, and I think Chris Judd in the modern era would be somewhere in my top 5 as well.
Chris Judd, yeah, he didn't get a vote. Was he eligible? Or
No, he got
not?
some votes.
He was
He got
first,
some votes, yeah.
sixth.
Gotta say.
Well done.
Jim, are you ready to go with yours or not?
Well, I can.
Come on.
Duck is a given. I think Judd and Scarlett should be in there.
Well, how many you got?
Well, I can't separate the 3 big full
5.
forwards.
That's it. Give them in order. Number 1. Hurry up, Jim.
Well, Duck's number 1.
Righto.
So I can't do it.
Oh, this is
Come back
pathetic.
and get me later.
Righto.
Neil, I need to work
Warrior.
it out.
I think as it is for the first 3, first 4 actually, Carey, Ablett, Lockett, Dunstall, and I throw Voss in for my 1 vote there.
All right, well, Jim's procrastinates, so I'll give you mine.
Go on. Look, you're going to be a flog here, aren't you?
I
You can already tell it. Go on, what are you,
Sure,
who
I
are you
can
putting
get
in?
the chief in. Carey, 1 for me. Williams, Greg, 2 for me. Chief, 3. Plugger, 4. Judd, 5.
And tell us why.
No, G. Ablett.
Because
Did you not? You got yours painted on?
Did you put G. Ablett in?
No.
That's exactly right.
Well, because I
You
think
carved him up.
he, I think
Oh, he
was-
nodded. He nodded.
He carved me up under my chin, but that's not the reason. Because I put some weight on defensive work. And that's contradictory because Greg Williams
Does,
hasn't played on
because-
anyone in his life.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
Plugger
right.
did a lot of defending.
He didn't have to. He's a full forward.
Well, the other thing-
I don't know. You
the-
probably have Ablett in, but I like
the debate at the time was always Lockett or Dunstall, Gary.
Yeah.
How is it?
Who did I go then, by the way? I
You
forgot.
put
Chief
ahead
He's
of
sitting
Lockett.
next to me.
That's why.
Oh, please.
No, Chief is
was
in there.
Absolutely.
I have to
No,
get
but you put him
Ablett
ahead
as
of
well.
Lockett. So
I
the reasoning
did.
for that was.
I loved his selflessness, and
Yep.
I reckon he was a better defensive player. That's the only thing. The only thing. Chief would actually, once a quarter, maybe, chase and tackle. That's what it is.
Please.
You're a good tackler, Chief.
That was an exceptional.
What about you, Duke? Did you give us a 5?
I
He
did, but it was off the top of my head without a lot
Very
of thought. But
slapdash.
I think I had Michael Voss the other week. I said Buckley was a better player. I've had a long day today.
Both Vossi and
I've
my
had-
top 5, G. We were very
But
similar.
what-
We were very similar.
What interests me is I had Scarlett in there. Do you? Has anyone else done that? There's not one defensive player gets
I think
recognised.
Mike Sheehan
I put
put
Silvani in
Scarlett
mine.
Silvani.
did,
So
Because he played on all that. He played on the Ablets and the Locketts and the Modras and all those sorts of blokes in that era. He was he did an
Am
outstanding
I the only
job.
one that had... I had Greg Williams very high. Am I the only one of this group that had
I had
Williams?
He was
ahead
right
of
around
Judd.
the mark. I just couldn't squeeze easily.
Ahead of Judd, you would have Williams.
At this stage, he was a genius.
He came 7th in this official poll.
Out and out genius as a footballer. Was very, very much one way, but didn't need to be the other way.